Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Gabriela. I make videos about astrology, self-care, fragrance, mental health. I do vlogs and basically whatever else I feel like talking about. So if that sounds like your jam, please stick around and subscribe. Today we've got another installment in my Venus sign series. You guys voted on my Instagram. I don't consider what's in the comments. I only take votes on Instagram in my polls on my stories. So follow me if you want to input your choice for the next Venus sign. But you chose Venus in Libra, which is my own personal Venus placement. So I'm psyched to talk about it today because your girl is living the Venus in Libra dream. So as always, I have my little notebook here that I just write random notes when I'm planning these videos. They're not scripted. I'm just like writing what's in my mind. So the first two things I wrote are romantic fairy tale. Libra is ruled by Venus, so it's a pretty good placement for your Venus to be in. I think of Aphrodite, that is the goddess associated with Venus. It's feminine, it's beauty, it's aesthetics. Venus in Libra, whether they want to admit it or not, they want to live the fairy tale. They want the package. They want fireworks and Disney wedding, maybe not actually, but I'm saying like Disney magic, okay? Ooh, they just want like written in the stars, Romeo and Juliet, but like not as depressing. They have expectations for love, that love should be magic. Libra Venus might find themselves falling in love a lot. This is coming from the girl who made a video about my experience dating all 12 zodiac signs. Got dragged a little for that. Not embarrassed. So yeah, Venus in Libra dates around a lot, okay? I'm not trying to imply that they get around a lot if you have some weird thing about that, but they just like to try people out. They always are falling in love. They're always talking to somebody, okay? Don't get it twisted. A Venus in Libra, if you start talking to one, they're already talking to other people. So you don't need to get jealous about it, but like that's just how we roll. We are always talking to a couple people at a time unless you really get our attention. At the beginning, please, we have our options. We like to keep them open. Venus and Libra energy in general, I kind of just think as like that little stereotypical high school student that's like, oh, he's so cute. No, he's so cute. Oh, they're so cute. I love them. Oh my God, I'm literally in love. And then a week later, they're like, ugh, not in love with them anymore. I'm on to this one. It's just like social butterfly, but when it comes to love. In that sense, they can be a little hard to get though, because they're sort of funny. They want the fairy tale and they want the romance, but if you come on to them too strong, they are like, ugh, why so desperate? Stop. They definitely want someone who's into them and they want the flirtation, but you need to gauge where they're at. They do like a bit of the chase, okay? Because they have their options. Somebody who is just at their feet being a doormat is not going to be exciting. They need a little bit of the push and pull. A Libra Venus would do great with fire sign placements. We'll talk about that later, but yeah, they need a little bit of that spark, not just like, okay, you hardly even know me and you're already ready to like submit to me and marry me. Nah. It's also funny because Libra is the scales and people always say Libras love balance and things like that, but I find Libras find themselves in really dramatic situations a lot, like Libra Venuses. They don't like them. It doesn't actually please them to have all that drama, but it does create a bit of a fire that they might get addicted to, when I think the fire can be created in other ways that are healthier. If I think about a Libra energy as a character, I think of Carrie Bradshaw. The reason why I say Carrie is Libra energy is because she has this tumultuous relationship with Mr. Big. It stresses her out, but she can't get out of it because she does care about him. She loves him. You know, he's a high profile person and she likes that. You know, Libras, they're like into aesthetics and looks and things like that. And Carrie will even like ditch her friends or lie to her friends to get to Mr. Big, or because she doesn't feel good. You know, Libra placements can have that issue where they don't want to upset anybody, so they might just kind of lie to get out of things, or they might not assert themselves and they have a hard time sticking up for themselves, and then in the end it looks like, why did you lie? Or why didn't you tell me how you felt? And they're like, I literally didn't want to hurt you. And then the person's like, well, you've hurt me worse. So Libra placements definitely need to work on sticking up for themselves. You can definitely do it in a respectful way. But if you get stuck with somebody who doesn't respect your boundaries or who plays around with you, like Mr. Big and Carrie, I will forever think that Mr. Big is just, ugh. You know, because she tells him to leave her alone and then he like calls her, or he says he misses. He's just so To me, that's so disrespectful to call while you're married to somebody else. I mean, it's like, who do you think I am? Like, why are you treating me like none of that? But yeah, they can find themselves in scenarios like that because they don't want to upset, they don't want to rock the boat. They are certainly romantic. They love the romance. Turn up the romance, which is why I wore this romantic little top. They are really, really big into aesthetics. Now, as a Libra Venus, I will proudly say that it doesn't mean that you need to be conventionally attractive or look like you model on Instagram or anything like that to get us to like you. That is not true at all. The gift, I think, of having Venus and Libra is that the people that we love, we see the beauty in every single part of them. I have had people tell me that, wow, the features that you find beautiful about me, no one has ever complimented me on it. Actually, those are kind of my insecurities. I have a thing about special noses. I have a thing about mouths. I have a thing about how people's faces look when they laugh. I notice hands. And I don't know, some people tell me like truly no one has ever complimented me, and I'm like, I wonder why, because to me it's like 3D glasses. When I look at someone I care about, those gorgeous features pop out to me. Like, how can no one else see that? It's like Ghost. It's like nobody else can see this? Truly, and that is what I love about this placement. I really do feel like, although I'm really not looks obsessed when it comes to my partners, the partners that I'm attracted to, I become obsessed with their looks. Doesn't matter what they look like. I don't have a type. I like energy. I'm into a banter. But physically, if I'm with you, I'm gonna find you the most beautiful person in the world. I'm just gonna wanna stare at you and admire you like a piece of work in a museum. They really can find the beauty in anything and anyone, and I think that's really, really, really special in a world where beauty is pretty much packaged to us this big, and if you don't fit in here, then I guess you're not beautiful. They can feel pretty off balance when they're not in a relationship, talking to someone, a part of a couple, and it's something that a lot of Venus and Libras have an issue coming to terms with, because it feels like we are just codependent. But I think that you can be not codependent and still be happy and happier in partnerships, especially if you've been very lucky in partnerships and you had really special ones. You know how happy they can make you. And Libra it's like partnerships balance them out, and so they can really feel at ease in a coupling. They don't often feel, depending on other placements, if they've got Aquarius or a lot of fire, maybe it's different, but they feel better when in a partnership, and they don't often feel like they're not easily smothered, they're not usually emotionally unavailable too much or things like that. They are usually willing to give their all to a partnership to see what happens. But they can definitely be too forgiving, like the Carrie and Mr. Big situation. I mean, don't let the lust blind you, because it goes away and then you are left with someone who, at the root of it, does not have respect for you and your autonomy. All right, when it comes to romance, flirtation is everything. Flirtation and, dare I say it, foreplay, big for a Venus and Libra. Mental though, doesn't have to be physical, rarely it is. Mental flirtation and foreplay. That is to say, like I said, not giving everything, not chasing after them. Giving them a little room to be like, hey, where's that person? I liked how we were texting yesterday and now they're not texting, what's happening? Don't play games, but you don't need to overpower them. You are totally lay back and let them come to you and you play off of each other. It's big about banter and playing off of each other. They need to be able to laugh with you and flirt with you. Don't be too brash and like gross with them and get vulgar, but definitely into flirtation, complimenting them on how they look, on their beauty, on, you know, mentioning things you'd want to do with them, as far as even just like, oh, I'd love if we should go to dinner there sometime. It's kind of a dressy place, so guess I'd have to see you in a dress. Just kind of like sweet flirtation. Yeah, so the whole seduction game is big for them. Do not rush. Play with their mind, make them laugh. There needs to be a bit of give and take, a little bit of a cat and mouse. But again, I don't recommend that people play games. Trust me, it doesn't end well. But as a Venus in Libra, my mindset completely changes when the person gives me a little bit of room. It is like I am ready to pounce on them. But if they are doing everything, and I am like, I have no room to give you anything because you're just coming to me. I haven't even earned this yet. It's kind of like, meh. Definitely, if you want to seduce a Libra, you've got to take them out. You've got to treat them nicely. Go to a place where they can really get dressed up, you know, where they can flex their style and their hair and their makeup. They would also love to go just anywhere with a beautiful environment, a restaurant that is aesthetically pleasing, like going shopping with you, even just luxury window shopping, just any of that beautiful, luxurious stuff is gonna really excite them. It might not make sense to some of you, but as a Venus and Libra, absolutely. Getting dressed up with a partner, seeing them dressed up, seeing them after they have beautified themselves, noticing my beauty, flirting and talking, and hours of lead up before we're able to be alone or anything like that, that's big. It's really not like, come over here and be vulgar with me and just grab me, especially if you don't know the person that well. It's just not the way to do it. Venus and Libra is gonna be into people with style. Again, just like I said, they don't really have types. They're just gonna notice what's special about your style and really like it. So don't be afraid to show your style and really express that when you hang out with them, because they will admire you for having such a strong hold on your personal aesthetic taste. Again, whether they admit it or not, Venus and Libra is always looking for the one. They are on that quest for that prince, princess, Disney love. Being an air sign, they are gonna wanna talk to the people they care about or their friends. They're gonna wanna have group text, and they're gonna be talking to their friends on Instagram and Snapchat and text and Facebook Messenger and all of this stuff. They're gonna wanna be contacting them in various different ways. Same with their partners, but again, don't do too much. They are the kind, because they're also quite pretty, all right? And also, I've got Venus and Libra in the first house, baby, so it's a big part of who I am. I'm not trying to say anything, but oh my God. They will be the type to post things into their story where they might not be saying anything of value. It's just like, I look really good, I want my crush to see it. Hey guys, just want to let you know that Starbucks pumpkin spice latte is available again. They are the kind to post so that their crush sees and responds. If you really want to light them up, I would say a couple hours later, because they'll be checking. They'll be like, oh, they've seen it. A couple hours after they posted it, just react with like the fire emoji. So they know, they're like, but not like, oh my God, you're so beautiful and I'll just do anything to suck on your toes. No, give them like a little bit of gasoline in the fire, but not too much, okay? Their love languages, I'm gonna say, are words of affirmation, because they are an air sign. They're very verbal and cerebral. Quality time as well. But yeah, I would mostly say words of affirmation and gifts. Venus in Libra, or people with Libra placements, can kind of be the kind to run a relationship into the ground. That is to say, to stay in a relationship too long, to make sure it's really dead before they walk away, you know, because breakups just destroy them. It throws them off balance so much. They're kind of the type where they can move on kind of fast, but the process of a breakup just throws off their whole scale, because relationships and love dominate their whole life. Love is their whole reason, their raison d'etre, okay? So when they fall out with someone, when they have a breakup, their job is affected. The way they take care of themselves is often affected, which they hate, but it just happens. It's like a domino effect, and it starts with how they're expressing and getting love in their life. So they hate going through breakups, and they might just stay with someone just to avoid a breakup. But they're also probably getting hit up a lot. They probably get a lot of attention, so it's kind of like, they also might be someone who's like, oh, I'm always weighing my options. They also might be somebody who doesn't break up with someone until they've got someone new to go to. Harsh, but true. It's also like, you've got to consider, Venus and Libra, do you want that person, or do you like the idea of love, of being with someone? I mean, you gotta, sometimes don't paint a picture around the person. Don't just look at their potential. Look at who is in front of you. They can really make this sort of fantasy fairy tale thing. Really, they can make a pumpkin into a carriage. They're like the fairy godmothers of the Venus signs. It's like, oh, you are just so magical and you're gonna be my Prince Charming. And it's like, hold on, you don't even know them yet. Don't project stuff onto them. Look at who they are today, not their potential. And do you like them, or just the idea of having somebody to be in a relationship with? They definitely can be the type to have love goggles, if you know what I mean, blinded in love. But overall, Venus and Libra are truly here to love others. truly here to make others feel beautiful and appreciated, like the works of art that we all are. And man, it is fun. Oh, as far as good matches go, I would say a Venus and Libra would do really well with Venus and Leo. Very good combo. I love this combo. Oof, this is hot because the Venus and Leo is proud. So they dress well. They want their partner to dress well. They are not turned off by what some people think of as vain. If their partner likes skincare and makeup and is like, hold on, before we leave, I need to touch up in the car. They're not gonna be like, come on, hurry up, like you're so vain. No, Venus and Leo is also very generous. They're just fun and very flirty, and they'll give, but they're proud, so they don't give too much. A Venus in Leo is gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna make a fool of myself, so I'm gonna like let you know I like you. I'm not afraid. I'm a brave lion, but I'm not gonna, you know, embarrass myself. And then Venus and Libra is like, ooh, I got a little taste of the fire, but you're not giving me everything. What? It's a very, very fun combination. Also, if you think of air and fire, they combine, explosion. Venus and Aries and Libra, Aries might be a little bit like, a little forceful for the Libra in terms of like coming on a little too strong. Venus and Sag, I think Libra and Leo are just like, that's a hot match. And then as far as the air signs, out of the air signs, I would say Gemini and Libra Venuses would play really nice together. The mental games would be so fun, the endless laughter, and I think the Libra is gonna find the Venus and Gemini very sexy because of their sense of humor and their ability to really have some banter. So that's all I have to say today about Venus and Libra. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Mwah! Bye guys.